Okay, hello. How's everybody doing today? No face cam today, sorry. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood. And sometimes it just really isn't necessary, right? So today, from the title, you can see that I am filling up my forever town, my forever world with Townies. And I've been working on this for a minute. I saved you guys the trouble of seeing the long process of how I fill up a fresh new save. So everyone knows what a Maxis townie is. A townie is generated when you have like a open position or an open job, and so the game will generate townies for you all the time. And usually what I do is I go in here where you see me now, manage households, and I delete all the ones that the computer game generates, because usually they're not dressed right. They don't have traits that make sense for the town they're living in. Mainly, they're not dressed right. Let's be real. Some of the townies, most of the townies, are pretty hideous. Not gonna lie. So what I usually do, or what I am starting to do, is I go and I fill up my town with all the Maxis characters that EA has uploaded onto the gallery. So EA traditionally now, they will make characters for trailers, and some of those characters are already in the game when the game launches. Some of those characters are just put onto the gallery under their Maxis account. And then the player has the option to download them and add them to their game. So they already come with kind of a backstory, at least based on the trailers. And at the very least, they'll at least be dressed decently and pretty typically dressed for the pack that they were created for, which helps you to fill up your town so that the game doesn't have to auto-generate characters. Now, what would be cool, EA, if anybody can reach them, is if there were a way to just add them to your library and then the game pull from there. And I know that there is MCC Command Center and you can use that to do it, but either I'm doing it wrong or the settings I'm using are wrong, but it doesn't work the way I think it should. It pulls and dresses them differently. I know you can go into settings and try to adjust the settings, but it just never works right for me. It splits up my families, so if there's a group of characters, like you see here, the Snowy Escape trailer sims, I don't want them split up. I want them to stay as a group. But I think if you use the MCC Command Center, or at least my experience using it, they tend to get split up and drafted into the game, and they don't know each other, and they're not together, and they're not in the world that I want them in. So what I now have done is I keep a folder on my desktop of a very vanilla, not very, simply vanilla folder of all the Maxis characters that get created. And then I update it when we get a new pack, if there are characters to add. So this last pack, I don't think there were new characters. I'll have to go and see. But what I do that for is so I don't have to continuously go and download them if I start a fresh new save, or I uninstall my game and reinstall my game. I at least know I have a working folder of all the Maxis characters, and I can just drag and drop that folder into my new game files. And then they're at least in my library. I still have to manually go back in and put them in the worlds, and some of them don't fit. As you can see, this one says currently not in a world, and that's because I ran out of houses. The wolf map is not very large, and so I ran out of houses, but that's okay because they're still in my game. So then what I do is everyone is in their town that they should be in. He's in Mount Comarebi. They're in Brightchester. They're in Mount Sulani. He's in Sulani. Sorry, they're in Mount Comarebi. Moonwood Mill, Moonwood Will. So then what I do is I push them to other because they're not my primary characters that I'm going to be controlling. So I just push everybody over. You're going to see some Del Sol Valley characters. All those characters are in the towns that I want them to be in. We have some San Myshuno characters from the trailer. And what I usually try to do is find a house that at least has enough bedrooms. This one's for Forgotten Hollow. We got some vampires. What I usually try to do is put them in a house that looks like it could be for them. So this one's in Willow Creek, and his dad is barefoot, and so I kind of put him in a poor neighborhood. I don't know, but he's in a neighborhood with not a lot of income, because they just strike me as, he's taking care of his dad the best he can. And then I have some that are not in a world because I couldn't find a home for them. After other characters, to me, fit a house better, I then just evict the characters. They'll still show up in town, and if I do later find a home that is better suited, I can then go and grab them and simply move them into a town. We have this one. I didn't have a perfect home for them. Normally I don't use the ones that are very, very cliche. Like this is May the 4th. It's not really one of the trailer characters per se, and usually I don't want you walking around town wearing this. But if they annoy me, I'll take them out. I thought they would look cool wearing this if they went to the festivals, but I don't know. They might annoy me, and then I'll just take them out of my game. They're not in a house anyway. These guys came from the Windenburg. Well, actually, he came from Windenburg. This was the Get to Work pack. That's right. And I can't remember what the SD stands for. If you guys know, let me know what that SD stands for. We have so many packs that I get mixed up. Oh, that's Spa Day. Okay, so she was from Spa Day, but he was from Get to Work. So I kind of just combined them. And I dropped them into Windenburg because, ironically, he looks very much like another character that was in Windenburg. These guys were from the movie Hangout stuff pack, so I just dropped them into Oasis Springs. Judging by their clothing, I thought they would fit that area. What is this? Romantic Garden Stuff Pack. I have 2 groups of characters, so I just dropped them into a home that was big enough for them. Same thing, Romantic Garden Stuff Pack. We have Get Together. And then we have the original San Myshuno. Not San Myshuno, I apologize. The original commercials or trailers when the game first launched. And so I just dropped all these guys, I believe, into the city, the ones that could fit into a home. Others got evicted because someone else could use the home that fitted better. And now we are, he's going to be in my game twice. I'm going to have to get rid of one of them. He actually should be in the science career. Let me go and deal with that real quick here. Darn it, I should have seen where I put him. I think I just put him in Sam Juno. Let me see. Hold up. Not in world. Okay, I'm doing this all wrong. I want to go to Sam Juno, unplayed, and find the doctor. I would swear I just saw him. Okay, he's not with these guys. So he's not in San Myshuno. Maybe he was not in a home. So my primary objective is to have enough, well, to have everyone in the game that was created in a trailer or that Maxis made specific for some other reason, and I want them in my game as well. Let me see. I will have to find that doctor. He's going to end up showing up twice, and I will have to pull him out of the game, but I don't remember what world he was in, so we're not going to worry about it right now. We're not going to worry about it. Now, all these characters are just going to be roaming my town. Because they're not in a home, I think they'll be available to work the concession stands or any other job that requires an employee, such as I'm opening up a bunch of restaurants and clothing stores, and so that's going to require employees. And I'm hoping that instead of the game drafting characters that honestly don't know how to dress properly, I'm hoping that it'll draft them from there instead. Now this is all the families that I have played with, or edited, I should say. All these characters, I have either played with them or edited them. You might recognize some of them from the trailers. She plays the cop that's in the Get to Work trailer. He's the scientist from the Get to Work trailer. He's the doctor from the Get to Work trailer. And this is the businesswoman from Get to Work, but I have changed her look today. I gave her a makeover. We got a lot of business clothing, and so from Kits, and so I want her to have a chain of clothing stores. And so I went in and gave her a makeover. She had really, really short hair before, and I changed her skin tone because she looked a little gray. So I'm gonna leave these guys over here. I believe if it's this dark green plumb bob circle, then that means you've played them, and if not, then they're unplayed. So some characters I did put in, so that's why, or I went in and tweaked them, I should say. So like I've gone in and I've set likes, dislikes, winter outfits if they didn't have any. These guys, I went in and made sure they got their jobs right because Jeffrey is supposed to be a doctor. And then I also made their son that doesn't live with them actually show up in their family tree. So they've all had some sort of tweaks. These guys I put into a club so that Don basically can romance all of them without either of them getting jealous. Yeah, crazy stuff, but that's the house he lives in. And but yeah, you will see that all of these characters already come with the town. They've just been pretty much edited and tweaked. I don't know if I did Bob Pancakes and Eliza Pancakes any justice though, because I don't think they like each other now for sure, because likes and dislikes are opposites attracts kind of thing. And so I don't know what's going to happen with them. Sometimes they get over there and they're romantic, and other times they're fighting. So same thing here. Judging by the storyline, I went in and tried to adjust their likes and dislikes. I think it ended up being to where Travis has more in common with Liberty than he does with Summer. And so I think he likes Liberty more, but I think both the girls got a crush on him, so I don't know. Yeah, so I've just gone in and edited everything, sexuality, because the game otherwise makes everybody bisexual. And so I went in and changed that for couples and things like that. What else? I've added 2 characters to this household because I opened a pharmacy and clinic, and so I'm working with I actually need to jump back in here today. I am working with the alchemy. No, is it alchemy? No. What's it called? It's the new fairy pack, and we got the new aspiration to where you can make medications. And so that's what the woman here in the orange does. And then the other woman is more into yoga and, massages and such. And then obviously the one in the middle is your regular big pharma medications. And so that gameplay is pretty fun. I need to get back over there because I'm actually in the process of still completing my pharmacy. Yesterday I put up a video, if you didn't get to see it, of doing a pizza restaurant. And so that's in the game and available on my gallery if you are looking for a pizza place. What I tend to do is I don't like to change the houses that come with the game. I like to edit them a little bit, but I like them to still have the familiarity of what the game generates with. So the pizza place looks just like it always has. It's just now the inside is completely gutted and remodeled. And so it's in my gallery if you need a pizza place. This here is my sim self and her hubby, and they just recently had a baby because I wanted to test whether or not the game actually updated properly because the game was having a lot of glitches. And so as you can see, she did give birth, so that is working now. And so yeah, that is that. So over here we have all of my other households, which is a lot, and I did have to go in settings because now my sim count is 125. Maximum was 2, I think, because I moved everything over here to other. That might be why it changed to 125. But there are more than 200 characters in my game now. And again, my hope is that because all these characters are here, I won't have to worry about the game trying to generate ugly characters into my game that don't know how to dress properly. It is annoying. So all these characters are in your game as well. And if they're not, you can go on to the gallery under Maxis, and you have access to all of these characters that I have in my game. This guy I kept because he was dressed this way and I thought he looked cool for my game. But other than that, everyone else is created by EA, not letting the game do its ignorant randomization where they don't even match with the clothing. So everyone else is in the game. So I'm just gonna save, and then I'm also gonna save as, just in case something really bad happens, because it is kind of time consuming to have to do this, so you don't want to have to do it more than once. I am going to name this my Forever Maxis template. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's see what we got here. So we are in Copperdale, just as an example of how I place characters. I have not touched this map, so the high school is, everything is the original. But I did go ahead and drop in Liam. He is from the trailer. You may remember him. He only has the information that EA gave him on the gallery. So if you wanted to find them, let me see. You can go to Maxis right here. And Maxis, oh, they uploaded more. Oh, I'm gonna have to go grab them. Okay, I should have known. I really should have known. I should have known, honestly. So I'm pretty up to date. My last download was this one. I don't usually grab the others unless there's a specific reason that I need them. But if they're in the trailers, I'll grab them. And so this Megan Thee Stallion, I probably will not put her in my game unless I need her for a storyline, which I don't usually do storylines really. But I do fill up my town. You can see I've already downloaded them because they were on the trailers. And then, so I'm gonna have to come back and get these 4 because I will need to take out my mods, put in my desktop file where I keep a clean copy of all Townies that I add them to that, and then take that folder back out, put it back on my desktop. That's how I keep a clean, up-to-date save of all the Townies that Maxis uploads. Sometimes I go back and I get the buildings as well. I notice I don't have some of these. And if I have them, you'll see it says I downloaded, and I always give a heart. This is for 2 reasons. One, because I want EA to know that we continuously want them. I don't know why these guys are here twice. I did get them already. So I give a heart so that EA knows, yes, please keep doing this. I love them for offering the characters to us. And then sometimes I will get the lots as well. Sometimes I don't. This one looks like I gave it a heart, but I did not download it. The Cozy Bistro, I have that one. So some of these I think I hand pick the ones that I like, because I don't have all of them. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh, are they doing makeovers for the neighborhood houses now? This looks like it was done in February 2025. I know they've updated some of the lots in the game for the ones that come with Townies, like the Caliente house, the land grab house. Actually, I think every house that launched with the game got an update. So if they're going to go and do these too, I don't know. Are they going to update the game when they're all done? I don't know. I've never seen this one. This one looks like it came out in March of this year. Looks like it's a small business venue set up to be a laundromat. I have never seen this, but okay. We got a laundromat if you need a laundromat. What do we have? Tats and Pots. I'm going to guess this was on the trailer. And so they do upload these. So I'll probably come and grab all the ones that were featured in the trailer. Yeah, it usually will say it was featured in the trailer. Yep. Also appeared in the Business and Hobbies live stream. Oh, live stream. Sometimes most of the time I don't watch the live stream, honestly. But sometimes I'll grab the lots. If it's in the trailer, 100% I want it. If it's on the live stream, I might not. We'll see. So this looks like, what is this? This is a candy store of some sort. Okay. So this one might have been in the trailer. Might have been. It doesn't necessarily say it was. Test out your business skills or simply satisfy your Sim's candy cravings. Okay. And then we have Read and Bean, small business venue. This got released in March. Never seen it, guys. I have not been back here, which is why I didn't have the characters. I'm going to come and get them though. Okay, so what is this? This is a small business, but it doesn't, is it a coffee house? I think it might be a coffee house. This looks pretty good. I wish we could enlarge. Now, why did they put this up twice? You see, EA, why did you put this up twice? Let's see. The cost or value is 65,382. 65,382. So why would you put it up twice? Ah, okay. Well, whatever. So nobody says it here as to why it's up twice. Can you use the laundromat without business and hobbies pack? Sure. Well, no. Oh, maybe that's why it's up twice. One is set under small business venue. If you don't own the pack, you won't even be able to download it if it's listed as a type that you don't own in your game. So maybe that's why it's up twice. Let's see. Nope, because this one is also small business. It should have just said generic or something so that other people could download it if they didn't own the pack, but they didn't do that. So I don't know why it's up twice. Just an error, I guess. Okay, so what is this? This is, I don't know, but EA made it. Seen in the Enchanted by Nature trailer comes the Greenleaf Nook lot. Okay. I thought this was already in the game, but I really haven't gone and looked at the new maps. So this might actually not be in the game, and so they uploaded it because it's in the trailer. I love that they offer it to you, even if you decide you don't want it. At least if you do want it, it's already here. Unless it's already on the map, in which case, why did they upload it? I don't know. All right. And then one more thing, a little bit off topic, but you'll see I downloaded Doja Cat, even though I said I wasn't going to download this Megan Thee Stallion because I don't just download everything. I tend to just download characters that are in the trailers. But I downloaded Doja Cat for a good reason. Let me tell you why. We got tattoos. She comes with the tattoo pack. And someone, like a genius, figured out how to make lip gloss. Okay? Make lip gloss look like custom content. Let me tell you, if your sim is this complexion, you want to download her because she comes with a tattoo that causes her to have these highlights, okay, on her face. I don't know if that's what you call it, contouring. Okay, so the shading, the contouring on her face, and the shine that's on her lips can be applied to your character if they're this complexion. It fits really well. And you can apply any lipstick you want and then grab the opacity and start lowering it, and you can see the shine come through on any lipstick. So this is why I downloaded her. And then what I did, and I hope, well, this is what I did. So over here under tattoos, it says Doja Cat lipstick gloss. I uploaded just the tattoo so that I could come back and get it anytime I need it. But obviously, you know, it's in my gallery if you want it to. Or you can simply just go and download Doja Cat and then save her tattoo. Okay. This is the only way to apply it to your character, is to have it here. And then when you're in cast, go into your library and click on the tattoo to download. It does not get stored in your cast. It can only be stored in your library. I don't know why they did tattoos. At least that's the only way I figured out how to do it. It's not set up in my game as a face tattoo that can be stored. So you need to save it to your library and then just drop it onto your character when they're in cast. And you can see where the shadowing is. It looks quite scary from right here, but it looks good on your character's face. At least if they're the same complexion, which my sim is. And then, just to give myself a little shout out, this is the property that I finished yesterday. Like I was saying, I don't touch the outside, or at least I didn't on this one. But I edited the inside, so if you just want a restaurant instead of a bar, because I do not like bars in my game, because I always forget about Alien Night, Ghost Night, and all that stuff, and I don't like triggering new characters into my game. So I try to remember only to go out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so not to trigger new characters. But you can just convert it to a restaurant, or convert your bars to a karaoke bar or a lounge, and then you don't have to worry about it. And I do have a couple bars, but not as many as EA would probably like you to have, because they make so many bars. I don't know why EA makes so many bars. It's like you could be making libraries, but nope, they make bars. Anyway, speaking of libraries, nice transition. I went ahead and made a library in the shape of a school. It's meant to be a school, but we don't have schools as a lot type. So you can choose to set this as a park, or you can set this as a library, but it does come with a kids park on the side. And on the inside, there are 2 classrooms, a cafeteria area, and then upstairs there's quiet space for chess, computer lab, what do you call it? It comes with university, research and debate machines. And then on this side, just an area if you need to go and take a nap while you're waiting for your kid to finish with school or what have you. But yeah, it was just a way to be, and I had to go online and download a completed treehouse for the kids to play with, but it is there. It is there. I tried to build it and my game glitched, so I just downloaded it already put together. But the front of the school, sadly, you can't see because I didn't know this was the front. I didn't know the side of the building was the front of the lot. So sorry, but you won't get to see what the front looks like. I took inspiration from the school in Sunset Valley, Sims 3. So if that gives you any idea, it's not at all a replica. It was just inspired by it. So, and then I've uploaded 2 houses, both of them based on real life floor plans. That one and this one's a little bigger. And then I uploaded a karaoke bar if you're in the market for a karaoke bar. So that's there. And then lastly, oh no, not lastly, but I updated this building, which comes from the Dine Out pack. And basically I just extended the outdoor eating area on the back so that you can enjoy the water view, lake view, ocean view. So I don't think it's an ocean. Then we have 2 clinics that I recently did. So one is a smaller clinic, and the inspiration was the vet clinic right next door. This has just 1 office and a lobby, waiting room actually, and an apartment upstairs. And then if you want a larger one, I just expanded it because I decided to add more offices, and I added a pharmacy in the back, which you can use the business and hobbies pack if you wish to sell the medications that you make. So there's 2 doctors' offices here. Same thing, lobby and yoga in the back room or back area. And then there's 2 apartments, 2 separate apartments upstairs. And lastly, I don't have it. Never mind. Lastly, I was going to show my pharmacy, but I'm still working on it. So that I have not uploaded. The original pharmacy is still here from 2017. It is the one that I'm working on, and I am updating it as we speak. Once I have all the medications that can be made in the game all together, no matter what pack you own. Geez, I have this much. I will upload that pharmacy. I thought I was going to find the pharmacy for you, but clearly I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere, but wow, I've been busy the past 10 years. So the next thing I'm working on after I finish the pharmacy is I want some more restaurants with different themes. Mexican restaurants, Chinese food, all these different types of restaurants. I want those in the game. And then after that, I'm going to be working on clothing stores where I will feature a different kit for each clothing shop so that you can download the kit, or sorry, download the shop, and it will only have the mannequin clothed. Is that how you say it? The mannequins will only be dressed in one particular kit. I think I might do, a clothing store, one in each town, and a restaurant in each town. I think that would be pretty cool. But yes, so we have Liam, and then I added a character here. I don't know who she is. You guys might. Maddie Ziegler, I think it says. It's a dancer and actress. I don't know her as an actress, but I did save her a while back. Again, I have stopped adding characters that I don't know, but she was saved a long time ago, and she's a teenager. I think we needed more teens, so I added her here. Hopefully I'll see her at the high school, which would be cool. There aren't that many free lots on that map, so I'll give you a better example of what I've done over here in Willow Creek. So you can see, let's see, we've got this lady here is from the Cats and Dogs, because I ran out of space on their map, so she's gotten placed here. We have these guys from Backyard Stuff Pack. We've got these guys from the Parenthood game pack. I tried to put all the Parenthood packs in the Parenthood world of San Sequoia, but I ran out of house space, so they're over here instead. We've got, what is this? This is from the Fitness Stuff Pack. Again, I wanted these guys in the city, but I ran out of space, so they are here instead. We've got Backyard Stuff Pack again. Yeah, so we've put them here. Again, more backyard. Is this backyard? No, this isn't. This is Kids Room Stuff Pack. So they've been placed here. We've got Seasons, the Seasons pack. I think the other family might be in the Cats and Dogs world. Now this family, this is a dine out. This is a dine out family. Actually, I thought they were somebody else for a second, but this is the Parenthood pack. Again, I ran out of space in the Parenthood world of San Myshuno, so they're here instead. And that might be it. Is that it? That might be it, y'all. Let me see. Over here, Oasis Springs. This one gets a little tricky because I didn't have space. So I think these are adventurers. I don't like the house they're in, but I ran out of house space. This house I wanted for them because they look like they're in the 70s by the way they're dressed. 60s and 70s, but this is from the Bowling Night Stuff Pack, and I will be adding a bowling alley at some point. So that's pretty cool. We've got a couple of, what is this? Dream Home Decorator. They put up a lot of characters for Dream Home Decorator. So I did have some one bedroom homes, so I just dropped them in there. Again, this is for Jungle Adventure, so they're out here in the desert. And then who else do we have? Dream home decorator clients. Again, you just might need some people to fill up your town, so I just drop them in. This one is dine out, I believe. We've got, this one is from an update where we got freelance careers, and so they're all dropped into a house together. Yeah, so I've got quite a few townies. I'm just gonna go over, I don't have anybody living here except the woman that comes from Get to Work. After her makeover, I put her next door to me until I get some stores going, because then she's going to be running some clothing stores. Who else do we have? If you have the romance and garden stuff pack, you might remember these guys. Some households don't make sense. Like, why are they in this town? I don't know. I was running out of space at some point. So this is romantic garden stuff pack. I don't tend to play with ghosts, but I let her stay because she comes with that group. So this one is from Get Together, so naturally they would be in this world. I think they fit perfectly here. And that might be it for this world. Let me see, who else do we have? San Myshuno is pretty crowded. San Myshuno is pretty crowded. So this is game time. This, y'all, if you don't remember the trailers, go back and look at them, because this is one of our really, really early expansion packs. And so all of those characters are in the town now. You may remember these guys. They are in the town. And so I'm not going to go through all of them. These are the originals, the OGs, the originals. Another one here. Oh, I got an empty apartment. What? You know what? I think I have one person roaming around. I might stick them in there. We'll see. Moss is here. Okay. Yeah, I might go fill it up. Yeah. These guys came with an update. I thought I picked the perfect apartment for them. If you have ever been in this apartment, the way it's decorated, it just is perfect for them, I think. And it's got 2 twin beds for the kids, so that worked out pretty well. Oh, I got another apartment here. Oh, I could have put more people in the city. I didn't realize. Okay, so this is the Mosquito pack. Yeah, you guys remember this pack? So they're in this apartment. There's 4 beds here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put them in the city, of course. They belong in the city. I would have rather they been in the fashion district, but I ran out of space, and that apartment looked like it fit them better. So that's why they have that. Who did I put in here? I don't even know. Is it still vacant? Oh, I got 2 apartments in the city. Okay, I didn't realize I had apartments available. I thought I used them all. Vampires, we got lots of vampires. If you guys don't remember, the vampire pack, I was a little disappointed because there's one character that's even in a painting, and he did not get uploaded, and he is not in the game. And I'm a little disappointed because the woman that's in the painting, she actually shows up in the game. So it's this group over here, which I actually had to move them in with Vlad because I ran out of space. But I didn't want anybody to burn to death. I'm not that cruel. So I did give everybody shelter because I know they're vampires. But I think this woman in the orange and this guy with this top hat, maybe this lady too, I'm not sure, but definitely the guy with the top hat and the lady in the orange are in the paintings that launch with this game. And there's a black guy that's a vampire. And he did not get uploaded. And I'm a little disappointed because I would have liked him in my game, but he is not in my game. Next, we have the cats and dogs world. Oh, here's my Seasons family. They fit the house, so I just dropped them there. We don't have a lot of vacant house. Oh, I had one more house right here. Oops. All right, well, oops. Sorry. We have another one from the trailer for cats and dogs. This one is from Backyard Stuff Pack. It was a big household, so I had to find a big house for them. And I think that's it for this. Not a lot of houses, but I also missed an empty house over there. Del Sol Valley, you will see that I have the crew. I don't know what they're called, but I imagine they work at the Get Famous, studio, whatever. I don't know if they all have jobs assigned to them. They are simply downloaded from Maxis. I have not edited any of these characters. If you want to grab them, you can grab them from Maxis. Some of them I have uploaded on my account as well. If they, for some reason, maybe I wanted to group characters faster to get them in my game. I know I did that for the original Sims trailers. I just put them all in one group. You might remember these two. They were in the trailer for Get Famous. I don't know if they automatically come with their careers selected, but after you drop all these characters in, you can come back and play them all if you want to. I don't tend to do that, but sometimes I do. But if I had this all to do over again, if you took me back 10 years, I think I would have had a forever save that I started 10 years ago, and I would have just automatically been playing in rotation with the characters that come from the trailer and the families that launch with the game. And I would have gone ahead and given these two the acting careers. But I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that 10 years ago. So here we are. I didn't add anybody to this town. To my surprise. Interesting. I didn't add anybody to this town. Oh, I don't know how I had that happen. Oh, I guess there was nobody to download. Everybody must have come with the game. All right. This one I added one, which is this gentleman. He's on the Maxis account. And so I thought that was fitting that he would be here in this crashed ship. I think that's the only one I added. Yeah, I don't think I added anybody else to this town. Next we have the Magic Glimmerbrook. Glimmerbrook only had one available house. So you might recognize these are the guys in the trailer. I don't know who ended up putting the sages in that the game launched with. Those are not the original sages. These are the original sages. So, but they won't be sages unless you do something to make them sages. But they're at least in their world. Brightchester. Again, only one household was I able to add. So we have a group of university potential students. I don't think they automatically are registered for classes. So if you want them in your game to play as students, you'll have to go play them. Again, you can find them on Maxis. Next, after Brightchester, I have Eco Living. Now here I did add some people. Again, this is the Parenthood pack. I ran out of houses in San Myshuno, so they ended up over here. The boys probably not gonna be happy because they got to share a room. That's a 2-bedroom house they got shoved into. Over here is, you might recognize them from the Laundry Day Stuff Pack. I thought that house was fitting for them. Looks very down to earth. We can just put our little laundry line outside and you're ready to go. Over here, don't know if you guys remember Patina. This is for the Dream Home Decorator pack. Sorry. So I had to drop her somewhere, and most of her commercial characters, I went ahead and dropped them in the same town. I think these are supposed to be her parents. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but they are all here. We got another one here. Oh, I had vacant apartments. Oh, I did not put anybody there. Okay. Next we have Mount Komorebi. So we had some trailer characters that you might remember. Are y'all not going to show up? There they are. That's a big group. That was a big group. And this house is not big enough for them, but I wanted them in the town. So I may, if I get bored, come back and update the house. I also thought this might be good if you wanted to play as the home decorator. Maybe you'll get called to some of these houses that I've dropped everybody in, and then you can come back and renovate the house to fit the people that live there. You can decorate it for them. You can increase the room sizes. I don't know what level you have to be to get to do that, but. And then this was an update. I think it was Lunar New Year update. So I just dropped them into Mount Komorebi. We only have a couple of houses there, so I couldn't put too many people. We have Hemford on Bagley. Hemford on Bagley, I added, him, this guy here. You guys might remember him. Again, was he in a trailer? I don't think he was in a trailer, but okay, so I know I keep using Megan Thee Stallion as the example. But again, this is supposed to be a real life character, real life person that they made into a character and then put him in the game. I added him. I'm not going to be adding all the real life characters, but I don't know this guy, but I guess he's a chef. It says he has a YouTube channel, Chef Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray. Okay. So I thought he fit perfectly into Hemford on Bagley. He actually was launched to promote the cottage living pack. So I thought it was fitting to place him here. Surprisingly, that's the only house I added to that town. We then have Tartosa. Oh, I didn't add anybody here. Oh, really? I didn't add anybody here. I must not have had a family for Tartosa. Okay. Moonwood Mill. There were quite a few characters. I even ran out of houses. Okay. So we have this couple that were in the trailer. And then we have this girl that was the main character in the trailer. She does not have a house, but I'm like, girl, you live on the ground anyway because she's a wolf. So I just dropped her there. And then there's another group that I put here but ran out of space, so they got evicted. They're in the world. Good luck. Hopefully you don't run into them. Next we have Copperdale. Oh, we did Copperdale. Sorry. We have San Sequoia, which I went ahead and added Grandpa because he was in the trailer. I was disappointed that EA did not have him in the household. They did not have Grandpa in the household. So he is not related to them. And I will have to go back in and adjust that. You can use a cheat code and you can adjust it. Or you can just put Grandpa in a different house. There were plenty of houses that were vacant, but Grandpa is now in town. This is from the Parenthood trailer. So they got placed in a house in town. And then this one was a little different. This one, y'all might recognize Emily. You might not want to recognize her, but she actually, I believe, pops up on the game when you need a tutor to tell you how to play the game. That's right, we've had this game for 10 years and they still think we don't know how to play. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure those are for people who are just getting their hands on it and don't know how to play. But I thought she was perfect for a daycare. So I gave her all those friggin' kids that come with the kid pack. There were a lot of them. And I just shoved them into the house with her because when you download them, they don't come with an adult. And you cannot put them in a house by themselves, obviously, because they are toddlers. So, but they do come with the toddler pack, and I just dropped them in with Emily. She looked like she was just begging for the part to play. Next we have, I don't think I put anybody in Chestnut. Oh wait, yes I did. One guy I put in Chestnut Ridge. So this is a guy from Cats and Dogs, and the dogs, again, just like children, they were packaged separately, and I just combined them with this guy. I don't know his name. Oh, Sebastian. Okay, so yeah, he's out here. He's the only one I added to this world. Next, we have Tomarine. I didn't add anybody. Ooh, that must mean everybody came with Tomarine, so I didn't need to add anybody. Okay, and then Suidad. I don't know how to say this. Anamorata. I tried, guys. So I added a couple of Lugstruck characters that EA put up on the gallery. They put this large group right here. And so I just put them in the biggest house in town. And then this is another group. And I just put them in a house. I don't know if they all have a bed. It didn't matter. I just wanted them in town. And is that it? I think. Oh, I got one apartment left vacant over there. Okay. And then we are almost done. We're at Ravenwood. Ravenwood, I added some groups that wouldn't normally, you probably wouldn't think they'd go here. Oh, no, that's not true. I think this group right here was from the trailer, very large group. They're from the trailer, so I dropped them in this big house over here. But there was one more. Oh, this one. They're also from the trailer, and luckily they fit right in, it looks like, over there. So I just dropped them in over there. I don't think I added anyone else. I think the rest of these guys come with the world. And we have the hobbies and business and hobbies pack. So these guys launched with the trailer. I just dropped them into a house. I don't know if it's fitting for them. And then this one here, I ran out of places because they don't give you a lot of houses here. And so they also came from the trailer. They're up on Maxis's account. You can download. And so I dropped them on an empty lot. Sorry, guys. You're going to freeze to death. Maybe one of my home interior decorators can get over there and do something about that for gameplay. And then that's it, because we do have the fairy world, but you saw I did not know that we got new fairies uploaded to the gallery. So I'm gonna have to go and get those guys and then download them and put them into this world. Looks like we got a house here, house here, house here, and then some empty lots, 2 empty lots. Sort of, kind of empty lots. So I will be updating my save later when I figure out, once I get those guys downloaded into my game. But that is how I start a save. That is how I create a Maxis Townie field save. If this was helpful, if it gives you any ideas of how to start a forever save for yourself, give me a like. Let me know if you enjoyed anything specifically from the video. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else I want to show. As you can see, all those characters are in my other, because once you get them all in, you simply just bloop and they go to other, and that's how you can keep your town fresh. Yeah, so let me know if this was helpful for you, if I showed you anything that you didn't know before. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever time zone you are in. Bye-bye.